Hi everybody. I just want to thank everybody for coming out to celebrate this beautiful day and the love between Michael and Julie. Thanks to everyone on Julie's side coming all the way from Alaska. Welcome. And thank you to everyone on Michael's side coming directly from the luxury mobile home park of Apache Junction. Welcome back. For those who don't know me, my name is Joseph. I'm single. I'm a doctor at the Children's Hospital. In my free time, I volunteer at the puppy shelter. And for those who do know me, please keep your mouth shut, okay? Now, there was a little deliberation on who was going to get the best man speech tonight. First, Michael asked his most successful friend to give the speech, and he said no. Then he asked his most attractive friend to give the speech. He also said no. And then he asked his funniest friend to give the speech. And I'm like, Michael, I can't say no 3 times. Now, they say when you give a speech in front of this many people, if you get nervous, that you should picture everyone naked. To the bridesmaids, I say, you guys look fucking amazing tonight. And as I look over at Michael, is it really that cold in here? It doesn't seem that cold in here. And speaking of just got out of the shower. Okay. And speaking of beautiful women, can we give a round of applause for how beautiful Julie looks tonight? She looks absolutely stunning in that dress, and the dress is a nice change from the pants she normally wears in the relationship. Gentlemen, I'm sure you'll all agree with me that today is a sad day, as another beautiful woman leaves the available list. And ladies, I'm sure you all agree with me that today has passed by without much of a ripple. They say never meet your heroes. Well, Michael met me 20 years ago at the University of Phoenix, the Harvard of online, if you're not familiar. And we both had jobs as enrollment counselors, and our job was to sound as smooth as possible over the phone. So, for example, you would call me, and I'd say, hi, this is Joseph. How can I help you? So one day, I had a question, and I call up Michael, and Michael picks up, this is Michael! I'm like, what did you just say? This is Michael! I'm like, bro, you sound like Elton John singing a love song to his husband. But despite Michael's questionable orientation, we became the closest of friends, and I would do anything for Michael. So he calls me up one day and says, hey man, I just met this beautiful girl. She's smart, she's funny, she's driven, and I want you to meet her. I met her at the pool hall. And I said, Michael, you met her at the pool hall? He's like, what? He's like, I know your type. I know when I go down there, she's going to be built like a defensive lineman, like a roaring sap. Where did you meet her? In the A-gap, of course. It's a little football joke.
You're such a piece of shit.
When I ran that joke by Mike, I was like, well, Julie knows my type. The bigger ones are easy to catch.
They are!
But I said, well, at least if she met you at the pool hall, she's already seen the size of your cue stick. And Michael said, well, that's funny. If we're making pool jokes, she does have a great rack.
Oh my God! How much did she pay for it?
So I went to the Q and Brew expecting to talk to a bulldozer. And when I got there, I said, Michael, all right, point out which one I'm going to have to talk to. And he says, the one over there in the skin-tight skeleton outfit.
Yes!
And I was like, the cute one that looks like the bad guy from the original Karate Kid? He's like, absolutely. He's like, yes. And I was like, I pulled him aside later and I was like, you lucky son of a bitch, don't fuck this up. And as I've grown to know Julie, she's been absolutely amazing. And so on their journey of falling in love, I've had the honor of being the third wheel on some of their dates. At karaoke and Friendsgiving. And I love the way they look at each other when they're in love. Like I love the way that Julie looks at Michael when we're at a restaurant and Michael's about to order a double baked potato with extra cheese and bacon when you're supposed to be in a caloric deficit, Michael. And likewise, I love the way that Michael looks at Julie when she's lovingly helping out one of her children. Like the other day, for example, she had to console Lavelle because I completely destroyed Lavelle in Fortnite. Doing most of Lavelle. Lavelle's thinking right now, well, it was unfair because you had a gun and I didn't have one, Joseph.
I had to use my pickaxe.
But all jokes aside, when you find somebody you love, you want to spend the rest of your life with, it really is a special time. And I hope you guys love each other in the good times and the bad times, for all the awesome shots and the scratches, and all the great racks and the small cue sticks. So pick up whatever you got in front of you. To the newlyweds, Michael and Julie, I love you guys. Cheers.